Hello everybody, Michael Nawrocki, President and CEO of Elementary Lending and Homes, with another segment in our elementary education series. In today's video, I want to cover a negotiating tactic that many buyers are including in their offers and what some sellers are even requiring on their listings. That option is the appraisal guarantee. Now, before we get into this segment, we are working hard to bring everyone educational content regarding real estate and home loans. So please make sure you drop a subscription to our Elementary Lending and Homes channel. The appraisal guarantee is not a new item to hit the real estate industry, but is something that comes into popularity every time there's a seller's market like we find ourselves in right now. Now, every market is different on inventory levels, time on market, list to sold price ratios, etc. However, the majority of markets across the country are in a seller's market right now. Sellers across the country are selling homes faster than ever with multiple offers, and most going for at or above list price. Due to the sheer competitive nature as a buyer in the seller's market, like the one we find ourselves in currently, clients tend to offer terms such as appraisal guarantees to strengthen their offers and stand out against the sea of competition for the houses they desire. So, what is an appraisal guarantee? When buying a home utilizing a mortgage, it will require an appraisal on most properties, with some loan types allowing appraisal waivers. However, we'll cover those a little bit later in this video. For clients and properties that are required to have an appraisal guarantee is a tool to use to put your money where your mouth is. Since the maximum value a lender will loan on is the appraised value or purchase price, whichever is less of the two, any amount you guarantee will be above and beyond what your loan and down payment will cover. This can be done by typically two types of appraisal guarantees: the full appraisal guarantee and the partial appraisal guarantee. Both options come with risks and are only used at the buyer's request, since they can in essence make you buy a home for more than it is worth. Now let's unpack both options and jump into the risks so that you can educate yourself and make an educated decision when purchasing or selling your next home. First, let's talk about the full appraisal guarantee. This is when a buyer will guarantee to cover any shortfall between the appraised value and the purchase price should one arise. This is the strongest type of appraisal guarantee, since your offer is guaranteeing the amount for the seller's bottom line, which is the biggest strength of this type. However, there are major risks to this, so think carefully about this method and talk to your loan officer and your agent before utilizing it. In the event of a low appraisal, you would be contractually obligated to cover all of the difference between the appraised value and the sales price. Now let's go over a quick example of how this can work. For example, if you have a home under contract for $300,000 utilizing a 20% down conventional loan with a full appraisal guarantee, let's say in this scenario the home appraises for $250,000. Your loan amount will be based on that $250,000 price, requiring you to bring the 20% down plus the additional $50,000 in cash above the amount for the appraisal guarantee. You will still be responsible for all closing costs, prepaids, and escrows typically involved in the purchase of your home. The partial appraisal guarantee. A partial appraisal guarantee is when a buyer will guarantee up to a predetermined amount in the event of an appraisal shortfall. This method limits your exposure to large amounts of cash being required in the event the appraisal were to come in low. For this type, we're going to use two different scenarios. In scenario one, the property is under contract for $300,000, utilizing the same 20% down conventional loan, and this time a $5,000 appraisal guarantee. In this scenario, let's say the home only appraises for $295,000. The buyer would be responsible for bringing the predefined $5,000 to bring the purchase price back up to the $300,000, with the loan amounts being based off of the $295,000 appraisal. In scenario two, that same property is under contract for $300,000 with the same 20% down conventional loan and $5,000 appraisal guarantee. In this scenario, let's say the home only appraises for $250,000. The buyer is only responsible for bringing the same $5,000, bringing the proposed new purchase price to $250,000. However, depending on the contract language, most real estate transactions would go back to the negotiating table, since the seller is not obligated to sell at that price in most states. This is where your local real estate agent will guide you on your options and negotiate on your behalf. Another method regarding the appraisal contingency I think we should cover is the appraisal waiver. For now, this method is only available for clients utilizing conventional financing and is not guaranteed to be available for all properties nor on all loans. So talk to your elementary lending loan officer prior to including this in any offers. Appraisal waivers can sometimes become available on conventional purchase loans and are more common on properties that have had recent conventional appraisals, for buyers with larger than normal down payments, or markets that have heavy AVM model data, which AVM stands for Automated Valuation Model, that the lender deems reliable. If you are one of the lucky individuals, be informed that a property inspection waiver is eligible. You are free to utilize this waiver in your offers and remove the appraisal contingency from the contract in entirety, since it is deemed not necessary by the lender. Please note, this is not without risks. At elementary lending, our loan officers have ironclad pre-approvals that are updated with every offer to ensure your clients never have any surprises. If you are using one of our competitors, please make sure your loan officer has accurate data and are up to date on your information regarding your credit, income, assets, to ensure you do not run the risk of losing the appraisal waiver and getting into a tricky situation with the seller. In summary, everything we have talked about, if used responsibly, can be options that can help strengthen your offer but are not without risk. So please use them responsibly and know the risks when you include these in your next offer. As a seller, the appraisal guarantee is a tool a buyer can use to ensure you're given a price and protect your bottom line in the event an appraiser has a low opinion on the value of your home. Now, for our clients that cannot afford or do not feel comfortable including these terms in your offers, do not fret. Only include these if you can afford to do so and don't get discouraged in your search. When buying a home, it is always best to lead with the numbers and only buy a home for what you are comfortable paying. At Elementary, our agents and loan officers are well versed and trained in these tactics and can guide you and educate you from start to finish. If you have found value in our content, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe below. And until next time, keep it simple.